Hello everybody, this is a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. Welcome back. It is another Sunday morning already, and we'll be doing some Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land. Still have to do some grinding. Not the intended purpose we're starting with, though. Gonna go ahead in here, and if we go to the Make Spells portion, under Make Vellum, yes, we are going to look for ingredients for a Vellum today. You can see we found the antidote Vellum. That would give us Poizkea, which would allow us to heal our poison using a spell slot rather than just out and out buying a million antidotes. And it seems to take a demon egg, a cocoon, and some priest's hair. Now, we're running into a fair bit of spiders between the 5th and 6th floor, so the cocoon is no problem. The demon's eggs, however, we've really only reliably found in the labyrinth on the 3rd floor from the Dragonflies. That's also where we find a good bit of priests for the priest's hair. So I think we're going to go ahead and wander down the old-fashioned way and make our way to the 3rd floor labyrinth and do a bit of item harvesting today. Give us a bit of a break from the tedium of watching me just cycle through the 5th and 6th floor over and over again. Still have a couple antidotes on hand. In fact, let's go ahead and hand those over to Sarah for the sake of getting the inventory cleaned up. So Sarah has 5 antidotes, and Rui has 4 curing potions, but if we could save the curing potions for things that are a bit more substantial than poison, I would prefer that. So they can cure poison, paralyzed, and petrified status. Also slowly, ever so slowly, because life has just been crazy of late, working our way up to that party level a little closer to 20, we could see Rui's already there. And Sarah's at 19, Ricardo's at 19 as well. Hina's at 18, and lagging behind at 17 are Agog and Keo, ironically, the first 2 people in the party. So in we go, and we'll be taking that side door and heading down the old-fashioned way here. You'll also notice I haven't doubled the speed for this. I had been doing that for the grinding runs. Maybe once we get down to the labyrinth, I'll do that. Want to see if we can rush our way past the giant toad here. We in fact can. We're up to 64 damage. So hey, there's something to celebrate. As is the fact that, no lie, the trust in this party is about as high as I've ever had party trust in this game. Right on command, my party rank goes up. We head up to the next highest rank. So that's nice to see. Maybe when we get back to town, I'll see if there's any new allied actions at the guild that we could perhaps obtain. But in the meantime, we're making our way to level 2. But first, we're going to T-bone a bogey cat. Definitely don't have it in us to one-shot this thing on a rush yet. You kind of want to be looking more in the neighborhood of 70 damage, or whatever that assisted shot just threw out. That was a little over 100. Just kind of have a treasure chest setting here, probably a transfer potion or something mundane. Ah, it's a helmet. No doubt just a helmet. But either way, we are going to stop in for a nice, warm, freshly baked appraising cookie. Yep, just a helmet. Nothing special about that, so up it goes. Also not too much special about this encounter, so we're just going to rush through it. 2 rogues and a bunch of slimes. Nice thing about the rush is it's pretty much guaranteed damage here. Does exactly what it tells you it's going to do, just hurries things right along. Pick up some thieves' blood there. Seems like we're going to get to the 2nd floor without seeing our old friend the Reaper. Actually came to visit us quite a bit down on the 6th floor last time we went through. Once again, the assisted shot, just taking out whatever comes across our path that we can't outright rush out of the way. And yeah, we shouldn't come across any, life-altering encounters here. This isn't that kind of an upload. But I figure if we could actually scrounge up the ingredients for 2 Poizkea Vellum stones, it's going to go a long way to helping our inventory, which means I won't be as tempted to turn around, which means we'll be grinding for longer. Making our way to the floor 2 elevator. Been a while since we've done that. Here we come upon a bushwhacker, a highwayman, and 2 bogey cats. Absolutely nothing in this group actually worries us. Both of the rogue types are equipped with cleavers, so we know there's no range damage coming. In fact, we're pretty sure there's no damage period coming because our output is just that much higher at this stage. Sending for the elevator to take us down to that 4th and bottom subfloor. And here we are already into the labyrinth. Now, because my goal isn't to get through the labyrinth as quickly as possible, I would almost assume that this is going to be one of those rare trips where you find the exit right quick and in a hurry. But we want to be targeting the humanoid shadows and also the flying shadows that are wandering around here. Not so much for these guys. Oh, what the heck, let's set up a restrict shot and an end lash for that sweet, sweet guaranteed damage. Ooh, Kia with a petrification on the one ninja. End lash more than enough to do the job on the other. Was not expecting that to go as smoothly as it did. But yeah, we're not in any particular hurry because we're after the spell ingredients here and nothing more. Potential chance for some priest's hair here, but you can't really count on it with 3 samurai in attendance. Individual action. And yeah, you're probably more than familiar with this trick by now if you've seen any of my previous uploads. Just sneak our way back and take care of everything as we can. Minor Daimyo not even going to see its intended attacker for long. Hina does get up there and finishes off in bold style with a kill shot instead of just what little damage remained. And yeah, sure enough, there's your exit right there. Totally don't need it. We're just going to be wandering around, but I will go ahead and mark it on the map, just so we know, in case we do want to go down. I don't see us wanting to go down, but... Stun attack the Gas Dragon, double slash the Gas Dragon. That should be more than enough. $110 big damage and the paralyze. So we know this double slash is coming twice as good. And yeah. That's about 800 on the double slash. That's going to take down a Gas Dragon and then some. So there you go. Sometimes it really is just that easy. Okay, really good chance for some Priest's Hair here. And Lash. I feel like individual actions are kind of the way to go here. Also attack the Minor Daimyo. What will a Gog do? I suppose a Gog will throw out a Zatiel on the back row. Rui will cast a Strain on the back row. And Sarah, just for the heck of it, if nothing has finished them off yet, we'll go ahead and throw in a Muck on the back row. Awful lot of spell damage for 3 priests, I know. Especially with them all being stunned. My hope is that it doesn't come to that, and I really feel like it's not going to come to that. Even more amazingly, the front row survived the end lash entirely. Fortunately, the Amok was there to clean things up nonetheless. Even got a nice critical on the Minor Daimyo. So the day is saved. We are all feeling better about life. And yeah, just wandering aimlessly about the labyrinth, intentionally losing ourselves in it. Here's 4 giant toads. Because why not? Making our way down this bit of a hallway. Curious, we seem to have stumbled upon a trapped chest. Have Rui check that out. Poison gas, but no worries for us. And we pick up a Couch Stone. Nice to pick those spell stones up, as they give us an extra chance at materials. Minor Daimyo just not making it long. Terrible fortune to run into us all on its lonesome, but there is the end result. Does not take much time to go down. And we find ourselves back in a fairly familiar location. Kind of finding the maze of doorways to be the most perplexing part of this whole ordeal. More giant toads to take out. Ooh, and a surprise attack. So this won't take much time at all. Technically done at round 0 there. And a teal stone. Again, not expecting any great rare spell components out of those, but if we could luck into something. Ooh, found ourselves a bit of a dead end there. And here are some orc kings. Generally, the fear is when you see a large amount of things like orcs, there is the potential for a rush attack. Generally, with 2 of them left, that fear is pretty well alleviated. Interesting how there's really more dead ends than anything else in that little stretch of doorways there. Another reason I haven't sped up the travel time here in the labyrinth. Really difficult to hit those spontaneous traps if you're not paying close attention. So here's one of the things we were looking for, some dragonflies. We're hoping to get some demon's eggs out of this. If we get 2 of them, that would be absolutely perfect. Four for 4, taking them out. Not nearly the flighty, evasive nuisances they once were. Unfortunately, nothing really all that rewarding came of that particular encounter. And now we find ourselves once again staring down a quartet of giant toad. Pick up some frog tongue. Well, at the very least, we know we are picking up stuff for spells. Just rush through these guys. Came looking for priests and dragonflies, and we're just coming up frog. Another trap. Get distracted by a treasure chest. Though eventually catching up with that humanoid shadow might be a decent priority. Healing potion, not really sure how useful that will be for us. Oh, see, the shadow made it easy for us, and then we were disappointed to find out it's more orc kings. Let's find out if we could rush through them. Should be close at this stage, I would think. Yep, orc kings just down in a wave. So that'll make life here on the third floor a great deal easier for us. Pick up 2 broken swords, proving that the most common spell ingredient is the one you're not looking for. But we can't get deterred that easy. Time to keep on trucking, and these dragonflies are up next and very much on our scavenger hunt list. Still no eggs. Monsters have suddenly hit us. Well, we'll take that. Again, there isn't too much that a dragonfly's fire breath is going to do. And I don't really fear their physical attack at this point either. That third one, just straight 1 damage all around. And still coming up dry on the demon's eggs. Dragon certainly isn't going to help us with much, so back up this way we go. And if you thought the dragon wasn't helpful, just imagine what 4 more giant toads are. Weird how that rush went off. They fell 2 and 2. But the important thing is that they fell. Humanoid shadow. Just another minor daimyo. Go for our fabled stun attack and double slash combo. Seems that it's going to work like a charm. Pick up an unidentified katana. Let's go ahead to the appraising station and give that a check. And it's a bereaved katana. We've seen those before. Actually wouldn't hurt Hina as badly as it seems because her armor heals hit points even though the sword would rob her of it. Just not what we're in the market for, and she's already got a better weapon. Assisted shot, and some individual actions. Let's go ahead and have Keo sneak his way back to the level 1 bishop, And Hina and Ricardo, in conjunction with the assisted shots, should be more than enough to take out the rest of these samurai. Kyo doesn't even need to focus on the bishop. The assisted shot takes that out. And yeah, even with a couple really strange misses on the assisted shot, we find more than enough damage to be dealt to take care of that combat smoothly. More unidentified items, this in the form of chainmail that we'll have to identify after dealing with this minor daimyo. Ooh, miss on the stun attack. Gonna all come down to the double slash, I suppose. No major worries. Still more than enough to take care of the job. Now, as I was saying, unidentified chainmail. Going to Agog, who is being appraised as we speak. And it's just chainmail. Not necessarily a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. Get ourselves in a bit of a foot race with a dragon. And our reward for winning the foot race is yet another encounter with far too many orc kings to actually be considered orc kings. How many orcish kingdoms do you think there have to be when the kings are all coming at us like 8 at a time? Asking for a friend. Yet another broken sword. Added to the list of things that will not help us make that vellum. And there's the stairs back up. So we've officially come full circle, one way or another. But still plenty more labyrinth to check out. Ooh. Area just crawling with humanoid shadows. And a surprise attack. What won't be a surprise is the outcome. They're orc kings. We're just going to rush them into the ground. They fall like extras in a mobster movie. And we pick up our 666 experience and head to the gate. Seems like there's a treasure chest in this room again. But hey, we track down a couple samurai, a minor daimyo, and a priest, which gives us yet another chance at our intended goal. Let's see how this all works out. I would imagine Kyo's going to get a free shot at a samurai here. Well, 49 damage, that's not a terrible start. Assisted shot takes out one samurai, Ricardo on the other. Now it's down to Hina and assisted shot versus a minor daimyo. And it works out in our favor. Let's go ahead and pick that treasure chest up at the very least. Another healing potion. Let's go ahead and down those healing potions before they take up too much of our inventory. Go ahead and give it to our front row folks. Kyo drinks one, and Ricardo drinks the other, leaving some minor damage on our back row. Hina already up to full health as her armor magically regenerates hit points. Ninja, Samurai, and Bishop. Cool looking party, just not what we're looking to fight. Get our End Lash going. Weird that you can't do an assisted shot after an End Lash, isn't it? Oh well. Guess you got's what you got. Hey, 42 quality damage by Rui on the Ninja. More than enough for the Ninja and the Bishop to go down on the End Lash, and the rest is just a matter of Ricardo bludgeoning a Samurai. Making our way to 730 here. Last day of my vacation. So back to the old work week starting tomorrow, which means this is most likely the most rested you'll hear me for a little while. That said, it's been a nice little break, got some time with the family, got some time to relax. About time to be heading back anyway. Five more dragonflies. Now that I learn how many fingers are on my hand, makes it much easier to count. Still looking for at least one demon's egg and at least one priest's hair. 2 of each would be just capital, and then we have to go track down some cocoons. At this point, it's not even going to be a one-stop shop. Hey, there's a demon's egg. Because we got a fair bit of inventory to dump before we go ahead and do anything else. Minor Daimyo, we know how we handle this. Up. Seems like Hina's a little bit afraid anyway. Hina was in fear and tried to flee. That's a successful escape for her, and that means we will be making our way back up anyway. Shame, too, as we were really making some good progress. Even bigger shame is this is our last transfer potion. But we do what we must. Head back to town. Definitely going to be speeding up this part. First thing we want to do is hit the temple and cure that fear. 1,800, small price to pay. Don't really know what she would have been afraid of down there. Maybe just getting stuck having to fight orc kings forever. Everybody's healed up. What spells we've used have been restored. Let's go ahead into the shop. Let's make some spells. First thing we want to do is separate some material. Again, I doubt we're going to get priest's hair out of either of these. Get a pair of frog's tongues. And out of the Cout stone, what do we get? What do we get? Oh, we got a bishop's bracelet and some priest's hair. Hot diggity. Don't have anything left to separate, so that means we are all of a sudden 2/3 of the way to at least one Poizkea. Nice when that happens on stream. No transfer vellum. For that we need a dragon tail and a fairy's wing and a Pied Piper's flute, so 2 items we haven't seen yet. And the recovering vellum takes a slime jelly, not a slime goo, a priest's hair, and a bishop's bracelet. We kind of need that priest's hair for the antidote, though. So let's go ahead and make some material out of the things we don't need to keep. Looking at you heal spells first. Could definitely do something here with the frog tongue and the bishop's bracelet, as we don't need either of those. Also want to hold on to our incubus wing for a time where we could really put it to something potent. Move Sarah up to rank 7 on LaFille. What else do we got? Oh, we got just plain feel. Yeah. Slime's Goon, a Broken Sword. We're good with that. Get our heal spells as ranked up as possible. And this will be once again going to Sarah. Let's see what we could do over on the sorcerer side. Dips isn't really my jam, especially not for Priest's Hair and Incubus Wing. Let's see what we could do with Jacrita. Once again taking the Incubus Wing. Delpus. Nope. Zyba. Demon Egg and Thief's Blood is a no, but Frog Tongue and Thief's Blood is an absolute go. Person most in need of ranking up Delpus is Hina. Just getting the spells a bit more potent here. Tealstone, we know we can make one of those with 2 Frog Tongues, and by George, that's what we're going to do. A lot of times that's what ends up happening when you break a stone and it's 2 common components. At the end of the day, you just go ahead and make the same stone. Such is life. Hina up to rank 3 on Teal. What can we do with a hardy stone? Not going to use a Demon's Egg on a hardy stone. Once again, just not my jam. How about Conair? Broken Sword and Priest's Hair? Nah. So, that pretty much does it on the material we can get rid of. Let's go ahead and sell off some items. Helmet for $350. Bereaved Katana for $7,700. $500 for some regular chainmail and $3,500 for rusted chainmail. It's an antique, you know. And yeah, that'll do it. So that was a nice little run for us. Before we go any further, let's head into the guild and see if there are any other allied actions for us to master. Offensive? Yes, we have the Crisscross Attack. An attack is made on an enemy thrown in the air while it is vulnerable. 44,000! Wow, that's an expensive one. But, you know, it's for the kids. So we've mastered the Crisscross Attack. Anything new in the defensive world? No. Spells-wise, we have a sweep spell. Increases the range of a caster's spell. That sounds quite fun. 44,000 once again. How about assisted? Just the assisted shot? So yeah, we only got 2 new allied actions, but they sound kind of fun. And they definitely sound useful. Can we pick up any new quests yet? I feel like we're kind of in limbo. Hey Seago, how you doing? Yeah, you're right, 44,000 probably isn't all that bad. Just does amaze me given the fact that the first couple times you go in, you're like, yeah, I'll just buy them all. Still kind of stuck in this log jam. Actually, in previous playthroughs, this is usually where I kind of gave up on the side quests because I just wanted to get to the end of the story. Minor spoiler, once you get into the story and finish that up, you can't complete the rest of the tavern quests. Just got off work, but the Bojangles is closed down because unemployment pays more. Yeah, it's been a weird time, hasn't it? Notice that around here too. A lot of places just running as tight on schedule as possible. Just about every place around here has hiring signs up. But the weird thing is, about a half dozen or so of my colleagues have been looking for employment at other places, and they haven't found anything worth leaving for. They had a sign up open 7 to 4 last time, but this time just closed again. Oh, at least you got a raise out of it. That's awesome. So eventually when we get out of the first floor here, making our way down to fight some spiders, because I've just grown tired of buying a dozen antidotes at a time and finally decided to sort of bite the bullet and go farming for items for a Vellum. Lucky grab of a transfer potion there, so we in fact do not have to stop and buy one. Yeah, it's got a fair bit of heft to it. Honestly, if I dedicated more time out of my week to just grinding up levels in between, I'd have been done with it a few weeks ago. But I've just sort of enjoyed covering a wide variety of games rather than specializing in one. And I did get to one of a few fights that are legitimately challenging and got absolutely wiped because I've been running through this kind of quick. So it's more or less long because I'm literally only playing it an hour a week at this point. As for the story itself, it's kind of on the shorter side. I remember when I got my copy in, it was right when one of the warehouses we were ordering from had closed down. They were in the process of liquidating. And at the time, that was literally my job Tuesday. I went in to help with that order. It came in. And yeah, I did get a chance to get on and do a little GU the other day. That was fun. I can honestly say the GU games, they make for a fun 1 or 2 off sort of thing for me. I played through the story. I thoroughly enjoyed the story. But it's one of those things I want to go back and every now and then just play because it's a fun system to play, hunt a couple chaotic PKs down, avoid those goblin races like crazy. So let's try our new allied action here. The Crisscross Attack. Turns out we can pair that with an assisted shot, so let's get a little extra damage on, see if this was worth the money. Well, it doesn't seem to be worth the money at all, but at least we got that wonderful visual of a, gaze hound with its feet flailing in the air. Much more nostalgia for IMOQ. Yeah, last Recode was sort of my first brush with the GU games. I sort of forgot they were a thing, and honestly forgot Fragment was a thing until last year. Um, IMOQ, particularly Infection for me, although I do have a funny story about Mutation. Um, Mutation I had picked up off eBay, and I got it for cheap because the guy claimed that he just had issues saving it to his memory card. So he sent me the game in box with the card, and it didn't take me long, not even being technically proficient in the least, to figure out his issue. He was trying to save it to a PlayStation 1 card. And then I looked, and it was just full of JRPG files. So I gave the card to my buddy who was really big into JRPGs, and all of a sudden I had Mutation, which I beat in next to no time because I legit spent so much time playing Infection and post-game that I was about level 32 or 33 by the time I hopped into Mutation. Just one experience per monster running dungeons because it was fun. So we finally made our way back down here. Took on Kubia around 33. Good level to do it. I remember the first time I fought Scathe, I was about level 28. Not only have I not heard of it, I'm not even going to try to say that. That's a lot of elves. Ulalilia, is that right? Hmm. No, I have not heard of that. I'm guessing some type of, well, I'm not even going to guess. It's early, the coffee has not kicked in yet. Obsessed with grinding in RPGs. Ooh, I will have to check them out. By chance, have they played Final Fantasy Tactics at all? Because that was one of my friends and my big tenets. We would just pass the controller around. This guy, nice. Oh, that would be insane. Just getting to like the low 30s in Infection took an ungodly amount of time. Final Fantasy 12, that would be a good one. Tactics, we just literally created random squires and chemists and just leveled and jobbed them up, pimped them out for random battles. We only did a storyline mission if we wanted better gear. So I completely forgot what I was doing here. I've got an end lash set. I feel like I want a restrict shot. Tactics videos on YouTube? Nice. So I do want an end lash here, but I want that end lash in particular. Tactics was one of the games I was actually floating about to potentially play when I'm done with this. Actually had a few different possibilities on the next game I want to sort of play long form. Man, Ninja's showing me no mercy today. I was thinking of tactics, I was thinking of the first Wizardry, but honestly at this point I'm kind of Wizardry'd out. Once I get done with this, maybe do an episode or two on the post game, and then this will fall into the GU category of the occasional, let's have fun and stream this for a change game. I was also thinking about Uncharted Waters. Oh yeah. One thing I will say about this game, and it's a thing I love about the Dot Hack series too, the monsters in Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land are very notable for all the right reasons. They're distinctive, they're polished, they really look cool. They just sort of have that factor to them. Here's a disappointment waiting to happen. We pick up an unidentified robe on the 5th floor. We're going to appraise it, full well knowing that 99% of the time it's just going to be a basic robe. There we are. Piss-stained robe. Not magical in the least, just belonged to a wizard who also wasn't magical in the least and found his way all the way down here. Well, let's set up a restrict shot because I don't think we'll be taking out those gargoyles easily this time. And cheesing our way to some easy back row kills. Always kills me when the samurai and ninjas get the kill shots on like the level 5 mage. It's like you really had to show off on that. The fat officials in Demon Souls, yeah. They always had sort of a Tweedledee and Tweedledum vibe for me, especially when they come in pairs like that. I believe there were some spiders coming up here too. Hopped up the stairs too. Nice. There's some spiders. Quite a bit of spiders. Hopefully we get our cocoon out of this. Actually, first time today we've pulled this trick out, the old assisted spell. We'll take a shot at that green spider there. Doubt it will come to Sarah. Time for a little roast spider leg. Yeah. Well, we got our pair of cocoon. Crab rave. So at least one part of getting Poizkea went smoothly. I will say that. The attempt for Priest Hair literally came down to a lucky grab separating a magic stone. So once again, 300 gold, and we made far more than that just battling monsters, so even buying those allied actions, we're not very far behind at this point. Go to the shop, make our Vellum stone, and then we are that much ahead. Wish to use that stone right away? Absolutely. Give it to our master healer, Sarah. Shouldn't be that many spells left. She has 2 master. Sell off what little gear, including that awesome robe we found. Yeah, I think we're going to call it a day there. Actually do have something a little special coming tomorrow, so I will have a bit of time to head off camera and do some level grinding here. Again, just getting a little closer to our fated rematch with the Greater Demon. Now that I'm not going to have to constantly take up an entire character's inventory on antidotes, I feel much better about, grinding in the lower half of level 6 for that. And, yeah, Weekend Warrior going to be coming out here in a couple hours. Actually going to be heading off and start working on editing that together. Big thanks to Seago for coming by, chatting it up a bit with me. Going to be heading off now, grabbing some breakfast and getting to work. So hopefully wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you have yourself a fantastic day. This has been a grumpy old guy searching endlessly for spell components. We'll see you around.